Just you and me?
It's already rolling.
Just the two of us?
Just a beautiful day outside, and I think it's finally time we take advantage of the fresh asphalt that we have never had at the ranch before.
Asphalt!
And I get to try drifting and practice after all this time, because for those that were watching the show before, saw me build an epic drift car with Afro on Vancouver Island. Shout out to Afro right now, bro. It's time to get drifting. Finally, we have some asphalt to play on. I'm still trying to wash this darn thing. It's like peeling a banana over here. Look at this.
The smallest strip.
Don't worry. A shout out to everybody that was on my Facebook that showed me that there was a pressure washer, surface washer that I've got on order right now, 20-inch.
It's so satisfying though.
Oh man. Well, it took me like, what is it? It's 2 hours just to do this one area. I wonder if I have some glue to put that back on. I don't have do you have the glue gun?
Yes, but sticks.
Yeah, we need glue for the...
Yeah, but I don't know if I got glue sticks. I can't remember where they are.
Okay, well they may have to put up with some body rub on the back bumper then.
A little body rub never hurt
on
anybody.
Asphalt, it'll just grind itself right off and then no problem. Big shout out to you, buddy. Afro, thanks for putting this together for me on camera. The YOKOMO. This is a 110,000 RPM motor. Jeez. For those that don't believe it, we already showed it on a dyno. This thing has a gyro in the front. It has a gyro on everything actually.
Just sounds so neat when you turn it on. Wow.
Yeah, it's like a monster.
Yeah, good one, right? Yeah.
So the body is held on by magnets.
I think that's my favorite part.
Yeah, no body posts whatsoever.
You know, we all know how I feel about body posts.
This is the first time I've turned on the drift car since we were in...
on the other side of the country?
Vancouver. That's exactly it. We were hunting for places at that time.
Look at her.
So nice. So rear wheel drive only, guys. I think we should smooth around and give Jem a chance to even try to focus in on this car. It's been a while since we've been able to do anything on road. 7 years we were at the ranch, dear?
Yes.
I think it was about 7 years that we were filming at the studio. Look at this. Afro shouting at the camera at his screen right now, "Have throttle control, man." Going to Afro's shop was actually insane because he was such a good teacher, a senpai, I would say. He had to run into somebody that has so much experience with a drift car and who was also very calm in teaching.
Well, just all of his racing experience, full scale and regular, like in scale.
It was a real privilege. He even offered to come out here and set up a drift course for me. And I said once we got settled, that would be something that would happen. Hopefully it can happen next year. Well, we do have longer seasons out here now.
Oh man, we have seasons actually.
So one of the issues I always had before in Alberta was that we would always start getting the show going because it had been winter for so long, and then we'd just start getting rolling and it would be freezing cold and snowing again. But now we can actually experience seasons instead of 4 months of really blazing hot weather and then 8 months of snow and cold. It actually rained here the other day. It was the most beautiful warm rain I had ever felt. It's almost like being in the tropics. Would you agree?
Uh-huh.
I find it hard to believe that 12 years ago I did a Learning to Drift video series. It was one of the first drift video series on YouTube, and I've gotten no better.
I was not expecting that.
Yes. Oh, I've gotten no better. I see my intercoolers, my radiators falling off there, Afro. I gotta glue it on there, buddy. We'll take it out now just for some good airflow and I don't lose it. That's what I get when I move my RCs 5,000 kilometers away.
True.
Okay, so drifting the long, deep drift here. Let's see if I can do this. Let's stand up and see if we can get a good shot. That was not good. That was the other thing about being at Afro's and having a teacher that's just calm. He always encouraged all of his students to just like the new person to their shop always had to be first in the train line. And even though you'd screw up like that, the guys behind you were actually supposed to compensate. The more experienced guys were supposed to compensate for the lack of ability of the student driver.
Like a team sport.
Like a team sport. So they'd teach you how to train and get those nice long deep drifts. Oh, it could be so much better. And they would just keep supporting. Walk with me for a second here. I'm still getting a handle on how to drive this car. It's such an advanced car to start with.
And just even how it moves, right? You can't compare it to your normal driving.
To my HPI Sprint 2 that I had as a drift car, all-wheel drive. This two-wheel drive is completely different. Look at that beautiful spin, but of course when I focus on it, I lose it. This means that I get to spend hours of practicing off camera. And I bet you in Nova Scotia, where we've moved, there's some other drifters around here, even though Nova Scotia is a nice big place. Let's see if I can get a figure 8 going. Oh, I hit it, dang it. Oh, that's the weird thing. Such great turning ability up front, but because they're slipping tires, they're sliding. If you don't got a slide going on, it makes it incredibly challenging to turn. Come on, deep, 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 deep. Oh, too deep.
That's what she said.
I would agree with you. There you go. Nice. Let's walk more. Let's go around these and see what we can do here. I want to know right now, because there's not a lot of people that watch RC drifting videos, but there's been a lot of people that have watched our channel over the years. Is drifting something you're into? I want you to comment down below. Do you have a drift car? If you do, what do you have? Get away from these shadows, Jem. I can see already as a camera lady, you're like, get me out of the shadows.
You must have read my mind.
Yeah. Can you go to the end of the line and see if we can get us a good shot of that for the guys and gals? And the guys and gals. Ooh, getting tight there. Oh, too tight together. I wanted to see if I could drift around the outside of this. Oh, want to fit in between them. Beautiful, beautiful. Come on. Oh, spun out. A little too confident. I'll bring it back. I'll bring it back. Into the shadow. Around and whip it. If anybody has advice for me on how to drift even better, apart from the, hey, just wrap some electrical tape around your rubber tires, then I would love to hear it. If you guys have videos of things you've done in the drifting end of the RC sport, please post a link down below for other people to check it out. And for me, I want to check it out too. Let's go for a deep, long drift here. And then slip, and then around. Oh, too sharp, too sharp. We'll come back, try it again. Dude, the story, I remember I went back to Afro and I said, Afro, you know, I love the fact that you painted me this car. Thank you so much. But you know, like, pink is not really my color. And he said, let me tell you about why your car is painted the way it is, my friend. I said, okay, why is that? And he said, you remember when I handed you your car and I said, here is your weapon? And I said, yeah, because that's what he had said to me. He said, there is an ancient Japanese tale about an executioner that was very powerful, and it was the emperor, I believe, that felt threatened by the executioner because he'd become a very powerful man in that village or in the area that he was. And the executioner actually carried a sword. They used to do the beheadings of the people to be executed, and his sword had an ivory handle. And this executioner had so much blood on this ivory handle that it was stained pink. And so this man had been so respected and so revered and became such a threat to the emperor that he himself had been put to death. And so the legend, I believe, and I'm sorry Afro if I got that wrong, brother, because it's been months and months and months since you told me, but that is why it is painted this way, because it is respected and revered as a color in the Japanese lore. So at that moment, all of a sudden, you know, much like the cherry blossom, you know, all of a sudden I had a great respect for what the weapon I had in my hand.
I can't believe you got it to coordinate with my shoes. That's so kind.
And get your shoe out of there.